So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our weekly business meeting. Today is Tuesday, October 20th, 2020. Excuse me, the time is approaching 2:01 p.m. Officially calling this meeting to order. Attending are Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Fillios. I'm going to ask Laureen, would you please lead us in the pledge? Thank you. Okay, our first item is the consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar as listed on our business meeting agenda for October 20th, 2020.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number D, payables list.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of October 12th through 16 in the amount of $1,857,508.14.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Do we have any changes to the agenda? Hearing none, moving on. First of our action items, item number 1, cancellation letter for group life and disability voluntary product contract with Unum Life Insurance Company, HR. Sylvia?
Sylvia Proud for the record. What we're asking the board to do is sign a cancellation letter with Unum. We are transitioning to the standard for our group county paid benefits as well as our voluntary options, which are life, short-term disability, critical illness, accident, those type of policies that we have for our staff. And so back in August is when the board had signed for us to go into negotiations with the standard.
Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
Motion.
I move that we authorize Chairman Fillios to sign the cancellation letter for the group life disability voluntary product contract with Unum.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 2, amendment number 1A, short form agreement with Welch Comer and Associates for the Fairgrounds RV Park Phase 3. Shawn Riley.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Shawn Riley for the record. This is an amendment to our original contract for engineering and construction oversight for the CXT building, otherwise known as the shower and restroom facility that was Phase 3 of the RV park. This is not to exceed $4,500. Due to delays in construction and the completion of the restroom, we were originally scheduled to have this prior to the fair open and ready to go. And as of today, we're still finishing up the punch list with some electrical stuff. We were never able to use it. So that being said, it has caused some extra oversight on Welch Comer's part, and that's why we have the amendment.
Okay, and we're still under budget.
Yes, we're still way under budget.
Okay, cool. Okay. Bill, you want to take this one?
Sure. I move that we approve Amendment 1A, short form agreement with Welch Comer and Associates on the Fairgrounds RV Park Phase 3.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 3, lease agreement with the University of Idaho Extension, Board of Regents, University of Idaho, and the Board of County Commissioners.
I'm speaking to that. It is the long-awaited signed copy of the lease for University of Idaho Extension's new home.
And is it a 2-year lease?
It's a 2-year lease, and then we do have the appropriate clause in there to be able to terminate the lease early if we do not appropriate in next year's budget.
Cool. And they're already relocated, right?
Yes.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve the lease agreement with the University of Idaho for the extension office.
I'll second that, but I'll also say thank you for Leslie for working on that. I mean it. It's not an easy thing.
Thanks.
I'm here. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and I'll third that. Motion carried. Okay, item number 4, approve the budget increase request for the pressure-reducing valve at the Riverstone Transit Center, Public Transportation Resource Management Office. Kim?
Yes, Kimberly Riley for the record. Due to construction in the Riverstone area, the city of Coeur d'Alene increased the water pressure. This is causing problems in our plumbing in the restrooms, both external and internal. We've contacted the original architects and the plumber that did the original plumbing, and it's recommended that we install the pressure-reducing valve. Our quote is for a little less than $5,800. It's not a budgeted expense, although we do have the funding, so we're just requesting authorization to move forward with that.
Okay. Motion?
I'm sorry. I just wonder what it looks like when it's not. I move that we approve the budget increase request for the pressure-reducing valve Riverstone Transit Center for
Public Transportation, okay.
with the Resource Management Office.
I'll second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 5, approve quote QU 0000514932, Motorola key variable loader for 911 under our sheriff's organization. Collin?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Collin McRoy for the record. This is an FY21 approved capital project purchase per the board's policy of 5,000 or more. We're bringing the quote to you for approval to move forward with purchasing that. Again, funding approved in FY21 using E911 funds.
Okay. Motion.
Right, I move that we approve quote number QU 0000514932 for the Motorola key variable loader.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 6, approve quote QU 0000514931 for 9 Motorola Constellettes backup radios. Once again, Collin for E911.
Yes, good afternoon, Commissioners, again. This is another FY21 budgeted capital project. This is to replace half of our backup Constellette radios here at the 911 center that are used as backup when we go into what's called site trunking, and also for channel recording. The current units are out of service, out of support with Motorola, and we've had a few of them die in the previous year, which is why we asked for this project. It is funded. The purchase is under the NASPO Value Point contract purchasing. Just wanted to mention that due to the total amount of $71,074.26. All E911 funded.
Wonderful. Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve quote number QU 0000514931.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 7, purchase approval for the auxiliary HVAC unit, mobile communications unit. Once again, 911. Collin?
Yes, Commissioners, Collin again. This is in 2 budgets ago now, FY19, we purchased what we commonly refer to as the Nomad vehicle to replace our old communications trailer. It has been an ongoing project. The vehicle is operational. We've put almost all the systems we want in it, but we have put quite a few electronics equipment in it that the HVAC unit that came with the vehicle is not cooling the back box, especially when there's a person in it. So we're looking to add another auxiliary HVAC unit to it. We've discussed it with Nomad GCS, and we have a good plan and placement in place. I have roughly still $35,000 left in the project fund to do that, and it is slated to be forwarded in capital forward for the next fiscal year 21. This is just coming for your approval to move forward with that plan.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve the purchase of the auxiliary HVAC unit for the mobile communications unit.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Excuse me, motion carried. Item number 8, authorization for Chairman Fillios, that's me, to sign the closing documents for 627 Government Way for the BOCC. That's the Romer or Hamilton House, whichever you prefer. And we are scheduled to close that on, was it this, it's on or before the 31st of October, but tentatively this Friday, which is the 23rd. Okay, thank you.
I move that we authorize Chairman Fillios to sign the closing documents for 627 Government Way.
I'll second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Item number 9, Resolution 2020-69, Alternative Forms of Government, Board of County Commissioners. Bill, do you want to take this one, please?
Yeah, it's not quite complete. Their alternate form of government study commission. That's not on there. So that would be, I move that we approve Resolution 2020-69, alternate form of government study commission.
Okay. Leslie, questions?
Yeah, I know we went over a little bit of it yesterday, but there weren't really a lot of answers. So approving the study commission without understanding kind of what the scope or the outreach process, education, volunteer, stuff like that, I think it's just a little bit too soon. I'd rather have some of those in place first, just a better backbone. Because even, I guess yesterday the question was asked, is it going to cost taxpayer dollars? And that answer is not known. So is that?
We don't know. We don't know.
So is it fair to assume that we're not going to pay the people that are going to
No,
conduct the
they're
study?
going to be volunteers.
They're going to be volunteers, okay.
Like, I mean, if you count copying costs and meeting room, and those are pretty minimal, but they're costs.
Yeah. I suppose the only other concern I have was just the time that we're in right now is pretty tumultuous. We don't know what's happening, with COVID situation, with shutdowns, with masks and all that. So I probably would want to wait a little while just until things settle down before we just kind of go off on another thing to manage, another thing to deal with.
How long do you envision the process?
The initial stage, the gathering information from citizens and electeds and others, 6 to 9 months, and then making a recommendation. And once they come back with a recommendation, another 6 to 9 months to allow the Citizens Commission to educate people as to all the ins and outs of the proposal.
Okay, so if the commission comes back with a recommendation of no change, then basically nothing occurs after that.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't do this and then not follow their recommendation. It's like doing the salary study, which we did, and then saying, never mind, we don't want to listen to that. I think we should follow the recommendation. And if they come back with no, I have my own personal opinion, but that's not really what's under discussion here.
So, Chris, then my question to you is, are you 100% committed to putting it on the ballot if they come back with a county manager option?
Absolutely. I am. It should go on the ballot. It should go before the voters, yes.
So what I'm saying is it's already been turned down twice by the voters. So you would put it out a third time.
Yep, I would. Because the last time it was turned down was 2012. County's grown substantially since then. We may get the same end result. It's quite possible. But my feeling is that as the county grows and the needs grow with it, are we necessarily the most efficient? Are we operating as most efficiently manner? I don't know. And I think that's going to be the purpose of the study group, is to come out and say, okay, this is what's going on. These are the circumstances before us. Is the current structure sufficient to take us into the future, or do we need to change? And it could very well be that it gets shut down again. But yes, to answer your question, absolutely, put it before the voters, which we'd have to if that's the recommendation.
Sure, I understand that part of it. I just, as a matter of, in the past, it didn't seem like you were in favor of putting that on the ballot again. So I was just making sure that,
No, what happened is, and I'll be very candid, when it was last proposed back in 2012, there was a small promotional campaign, and I contributed monetarily to the campaign. But when it came down to the vote, I voted against it because I felt it didn't go far enough in the prescription of what needed to happen. So, but this is 8 years later and circumstances have changed, and we'll see what they come up with.
You want me to make the motion again?
well, I think the motion still stands.
That's what I think it does, yeah.
Okay.
I'll second.
Do you have the motion? Okay, you do, okay.
Aye.
Nay.
Aye, and the motion is carried to authorize the formation of a study group for the alternative form of government under the BOCC. Okay, item number 10, Resolution 2020-70, designation of representative for greenhouse gas monitoring, greenhouse gas monitoring plan. Kootenai County Farm Landfill supersedes Resolution 2014-55, solid waste. Our new solid waste director, John Phillips. Take it away, JP.
Thanks. Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Phillips for the record. In summary, Kootenai County Solid Waste is requesting your adoption of Resolution 2020-70. This resolution would supersede the previous Resolution 2014-55 and serve to update the designated representative and alternate designated representatives in regard to greenhouse gas reporting through the EPA. So our former resolution had Kathy Mayer as the designated representative. This would change to be myself as the new designated representative. The former alternative designated representative was myself, John Phillips, and this would change to landfill manager Jim Hagenbarth.
Okay.
These are required changes, and they enable us, Jim and myself, to act on behalf of the county in regard to landfill greenhouse gas reporting, and that's mandatory reporting through the EPA.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve Resolution 2020-70 for the designation of representative for the Greenhouse Gas Monitoring Plan.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 11, Resolution 2020-71, surplus equipment solid waste.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm Doug Goodwin, Solid Waste Operations Manager. I took JP's spot. So I'm the new JP.
Congratulations.
Not necessarily improved, but the new JP, so. So this is a resolution, is to ask the board to declare some surplus equipment, one being a copier machine that is no longer in use. That would be, it's non-operational, so it would be disposed of. The other three items are transfer trailers. Two of those, which are 14 years old, one of them is 15 years old. If declared surplus, then we will move forward with disposing of those, probably by sealed bid.
Okay, motion.
I move that we approve Resolution 2020-71, surplus equipment for the Solid Waste Department.
Okay, second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Okay, item number 13, or was it?
12.
12, I'm sorry, I skipped two. Resolution 2020-72, asset list deletion for surplus equipment solid waste. Laureen?
Afternoon, Commissioners. Laureen Chaffin for the record. This is some housekeeping that is a result of the physical inventory that we conducted with the auditor's office. These items that we're asking the board to authorize the auditor's office to remove from fixed assets. These should never have made it to the fixed asset list. They had a value of less than $5,000. We are not disposing of them. We're just asking you to authorize the auditor to remove them from fixed assets.
Makes it
Okay.
easier for bookkeeping.
It makes it a heck of a lot easier when we have to do the inventory, yes.
Right. Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve Resolution 2020-72, the asset list deletion for surplus equipment with solid waste.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 13, Resolution 2020-73, county deeds from the tax auction, BOCC. Who's taking this one?
Who's taking this one? No. I suppose I will. We had the auction on October 7th, and 4 of the
Oh, that's
10 or 11 properties were purchased. And so this is just the resolution to,
Formalize the
formalize the.
transaction. Okay.
Yep.
4 of the what? 4 of the how many?
There was 10 or 11?
There were, about 11.
What is it? We just got a lot of junk odds in there.
Yeah, there were slivers of lots. Nobody bid on them, so I think of the 11, 7 had no bid, 7 or 8, whatever it was. And these are the 4 that actually, that they were winning bids. Okay, motion.
Did you want this one?
Go ahead.
Okay. I move that we approve Resolution 2020-73, the county deeds from the tax auction.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion's carried. Item 14, Resolution 2020-74, surplus equipment, asset deletion, KCSO, our sheriff's organization. Who's speaking for the
Russ?
sheriff?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. This is Russ Trueblood.
Go ahead, Russ.
And the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office Auto Shop is in the process of removing an automotive computer scanner that's an asset as it has reached its end of life, and the scanner has become inoperative and obsolete. So we are purchasing a new scanner, and the vendor that we're purchasing the new scanner from is going to give us some trade value for the old scanner. This fits within our budget, so we're requesting removal of the asset.
I move that we
Motion.
approve
Go ahead.
Resolution 2020-74 surplus equipment, asset deletion, KCSO.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Final item, agreement for recyclables processing with Waste Management of Idaho, Inc., doing business as Bluebird Recycling. Laureen for solid waste.
Last time, and I brought the whole team, did you notice?
Yes, I did. Saw that.
So Commissioners, this is a contract for the recycling, the processing recycling contract. The current the contract ended with Coeur d'Alene Transfer Services. We did a procurement of prices, and this was the best price for solid waste. So this is with Bluebird, whose parent company is Waste Management. Contract is backdated to October 1st. It is good for 1 year, and then it has additional 1-year elements to it should the recycling markets continue to improve. At this point, they're not. So we request that you sign this contract.
What will they be recycling?
This is for the transfer station recyclables, so this is corrugated cardboard, mixed paper, plastics, and then the commingled materials that we have at the rural sites.
Okay, cool. Any other questions? Motion.
I move that we approve the agreement for recyclables, say that 10 times fast, processing with Waste Management of Idaho, doing business as Bluebird Recycling.
Second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Final item, public comment.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Who's running the dump when you guys are all? You guys are doing a great job.
And they pile it up outside, right?
Solid waste, solid waste.
Okay, then, so the time is now 2:27, and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.